Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the collective and anyone who finds it. Collective, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to be starting, this is actually, I'm very excited about this. It's just a new series theme that I'm trying out, and it's traveling through the major arcana. Today we're going to start with the Fool. So if you found yourself here today, you are looking to naturally take a great leap of faith at this time. You're feeling really bold and assertive and brave for yourself. The word courageous and courageousness comes to mind. I'm going to show you the decks that I'm using today. For the overall energy, it's going to be the White Witch Tarot, and then 2 decks for the main spread, the What We've Forgotten Oracle as your entry point into the Fool, and the Artist Decoded Tarot. So the Fool starts the tarot. It's called the Fool's Journey for a reason. I like to think of this energy as how we approach life with childlike wonder as an adult. It's the kind of inspiration that I use is when you go to the park, your local park, and maybe there is a fountain nearby and it's summertime, it's hot, and all the kids are playing in the fountain and all the adults are sitting on the side, right, watching their children having a great time, being footloose and fancy-free and carefree. And whenever I come upon that scene, I always look at all the adults and say, why don't you jump in the water too? Why are we so afraid to get our clothes wet or dirty? Why are we so afraid of looking foolish when all we want to do is jump into that fountain with the kids? That we want to splash, that we want to have fun. There's something to adulthood that sometimes takes away that childlike wonder. And when you are in the Fool energy, you regain that impulse back, but you have the advantage of having all of your maturity and experience to back you up. So maybe your experience tells you, okay, I'm gonna bring a plastic bag, I'm gonna put my keys and my phone and everything in that plastic bag, I'll bring a change of clothes, but I'm gonna jump in that fountain. And that's the energy of the Fool, but on a bigger scale. So if you found yourself here today, it's because you're looking for a change. You want to take that great leap of faith. You trust in yourself enough to do it, and you trust in spirit to guide you. But maybe you need a little entry point. You're not sure how. You know that you want to, you're not sure how. This is what we're here for today. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, 3 cards of the What We've Forgotten Oracle. What We've Forgotten is going to serve as like a doorway, the entry point into the Fool energy. Sorry, these cards are like very big, so I have to be mindful of how I shuffle so they don't go all over the place. 3 cards out, 3 cards for clarifier from the tarot. One more. So Spirit just gave me the outline, where we're going, the first 2 set of cards. Excuse me, where we've been, where we're going, advice from Spirit. Where we've been, where we're going, advice from Spirit. So I just want to show this Fool card to you again because it's so unique with the White Witch Tarot. We can see just a million eyes here. Anytime I see eyes like this, obviously I think of the third eye, but it's almost exacerbated to the point of frivolity. There's so many. There are eyes in every coming out of the back of our head, coming out of our fingertips, kind of embodying other creatures. It's almost as if you are now using the lens of not just your own perspective, but the perspective of others to inform what you're doing right now. You could be seeing a lot of bird symbology, symbolism. Birds could be visiting you. I just had a crow visit me yesterday, which was pretty profound, on my balcony. He landed right on my balcony, started squawking at me, and I was like, hi, how you doing? You could have totems that are birds, any kind of winged creature. These look like ducks to me, or geese. That kind of talks about migration. I'm seeing them kind of migrating. You could be, part of your fool's journey could be moving jobs, moving circumstances, moving into relationships or out of them, but it's new. It's something that you're deciding on in this moment. All these eyes here kind of suggest to me that you've weighed all your options. You've looked at everything from every different angle, and you want to take that leap of faith. So where we've been, number 14, which corresponds to the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, shadow work. I don't know that I've ever brought this card out when I've used this deck. It's beautiful. It's this idea that we've transmuted our shadow aspects, our darker aspects, the ones that we don't like to talk about all the time, that we've taken a good look at them. They fuel our fears often. We brought them to the surface, and now we're ready to overcome. Right? There's always going to be a part of us that has shadow aspects to ourselves, right? Like it's what makes us interesting. It's what makes us, and I put this in big quotations, flawed, imperfect, whatever that means to you. It also makes us beautiful, right? Our depths make us beautiful. I'm feeling, even though this is 14 is Sagittarius energy, the sage, the wise one, I feel Scorpio energy too coming in. It's the Scorpio diving to the depths, asking the probing questions, wanting to dig deeper. I feel like you've done that for yourself, and you've transmuted that energy. And it's as if they're both dancing with one another. These aspects, these light and dark aspects of yourself, dancing with one another. There's the cohesion. We're all in agreement now about what we need to do, our next step. It's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, which is absolutely stunning. Number 10 of the major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, the divine timing card. You can see here how complex it is. All of a sudden, these look like books. This looks like a trail of books. You could have been doing a lot of research and reading on your next step. The thing, I think a lot of people, when we talk about the Fool energy, sometimes we talk about it being foolish. But when you speak about it in tarot terms, foolish is a great energy to be in, because there's a kind of frivolity, there's a lightheartedness, there's a light-footedness, traveling light. That's what they always say about the Fool. You're not carrying a lot with you. You're ready to pounce, you're ready to jump. And the Wheel of Fortune suggests to me that it's time, right? And you know it, you've established it. This is a new phase for you. I saw books here, and now Spirit is saying the Akashic Records, So perhaps you've opened up your Akashic Records. Perhaps you've kind of looked at your past lives and your past situations where you had to move through some karmic debt. I'm actually going to ask Spirit what that karmic debt is. I see that really clearly. Karmic debt. Got 3 cards here. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. Eesh. These feel like, look at how all next to each other they look very lackluster, don't they? It's almost as if you've overcome this life of what I consider to be safety, but in this sense, safety not always a catalyst for change. Safety isn't always a catalyst for change. The Three of Wands is a card of waiting. Now, these, I asked for a clarifier for what the karma was that you went through, right? So this is a energy of waiting on the sidelines, waiting our turn, waiting for the right moment when there might never be a right moment. They're just a series of moments. The Five of Swords, the card of chaos and conflict, competition with others, competition with ourselves, trying to take advantage of, trying to put someone else at a disadvantage. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Pentacles can be miserly energy, stuck energy, holding something so close as to be constrictive. These cards together kind of tell me that part of your karma was to release, right? Unmoor ourselves of the things that, you know, it's almost like when your possessions own you instead of you owning your possessions. That's what this energy feels like, and it's almost like you're releasing it now. It's kind of Spirit's giving me, this is an example I've used lately. I've been cleaning out my possessions. I'm determined to give away 50% of my possessions to make space for something new. I've been feeling like my things are starting to burden me, and I want to get rid of them and give them to people who can make use of them, not just throw them away, make use of them. So I've been donating books, I've been donating clothes, which are the majority of my possessions, and I've been giving a lot of my crystals away. That's been going on for years, but I'm really determined to really channel with Spirit. I've been giving a lot of crystals away to people that need it, the people that can use that beautiful energy for themselves. And so this is what I feel this Four of Pentacles in reverse is. It's like letting all the loose change go. It's still money, but it's loose change and it's weighing you down, right? Where you can donate to somebody instead, give that loose change to somebody, maybe make a little bit of a difference, a little tiny bit. I was, right before I recorded this, I was in the town next to mine, and I made a donation to an organization that gives birthday cakes to children who do not have enough money to have one. They are in poverty, and this organization just raises money to make a child's birthday something that they can look forward to, right? These small things. I'm not saying that to get any kind of whatever. I mean, I hope it inspires somebody to just give a little bit. I didn't give a lot, but I gave a little bit because I happened to be standing there. Spirit called me to do it, so I did it. Spirit will call you to do something else. Maybe it's not money, maybe it's your time. You know, volunteering to help somebody clean, read, keep somebody, an older person, company. I don't know. That's very specific. Three of Wands energy, letting go of this need for a moment to be perfect. It's just when that moment arrives, Spirit will show you. And the five, letting go of the Five of Swords, like, we don't need to be in constant competition with anybody, because what is meant for us will not pass us by. Our abundance is there for us and uniquely for us to tap into. My abundance does not take away from your abundance, and vice versa. And I feel as though there's an understanding, right? It comes from this shadow energy. Why would we feel like we need to compete in the first place? Because there's some shadow part of ourselves that doesn't think that we're good enough, or that we have to prove ourselves to someone, right? You're overcoming this. Where we're heading, it's so beautiful. From the shadow right into the light. Shadow work into the light. Number 50, nurturing. See how beautiful that is? From the shadow to the light. Yin and yang energy. We're inside of a greenhouse now. This portal is leading us through this greenhouse, which is lush and abundant and nurturing and life-giving, warm and inviting. Something that we fostered, something that, you know, the garden, that we've tended to all this time, that we've waited patiently for, the blooms, the harvest. We can't stay in this space forever though. It will get too hot. You ever stand inside of a greenhouse? It gets hot very quickly. You can go in there and you can tend to your garden, but then when you step out into the air, it's like sweet relief. There's something about that, where you're headed. This is merely, it's like the atrium, the foyer, the pit stop. It's almost like I see you walking through this energy out the other side, right? Kind of an acknowledgement of where you've been, what you've harvested already, that experience that the Fool energy has. It's clarified by the Queen of Swords, somebody who is well-versed in the challenges and faults and difficulties of life. The Queen of Swords has lived through the entire suit of the Swords, which has two of the toughest cards in it, the Three of Swords, the Heartbreak, Heartache card, and the Ten of Swords, which is the devastation card, the flattening, the reckoning. She's lived through it all, and here she is, just absolutely stunning on her throne. Queen of Swords is the truth teller, truth seeker. She already knows it. She knows everything, right? She just looks at the world and says, do you know it? Do you understand it? This is the energy that you're in right now. While this is such a beautiful, albeit temporary energy, you know, kind of, you're very focused on what you have to do when you get to the other side. There's a determination of where you're going, that it fits beautifully in with your Fool energy. Let's get a clarifier. What's on the other side for the Queen of Swords? Judgment. Number 20 of the major arcana. Powerful. Answering the call of spirit. You see spirit here? The wings. The archangel. Answering the call of spirit. Bringing something, resurrecting something from the past, from the dead. Renewing something from your past that's part of your personal past. Like part of your, something that has been sitting on the back burner for so long, and you're finally, it's almost as if, you know, when we recapture that youthful energy as an adult, it usually involves something that's a passion of ours. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. For example, my tarot practice, I've always been visually inclined. I always liked to color and draw. I didn't say I was any good, but I liked to do it when I was a little kid. I loved it. The visual medium always came naturally to me. Math, science, forget it. I mean, I love the TikTok version and the Instagram version of math and science. I learn a lot. The podcast versions of math and science, I learn a lot. So I am educating myself, but I don't have a mind for it. I wouldn't say that I have a mind for those types of fields. When they cross over into spirituality, philosophy, even things like sociology, then it's like my bag, right? So I went to art school and got my degree in visual arts. And now, you know, my day job is my day job, but it's bringing back something from my childhood that I now get to do, not only to serve spirit, to serve all of you, but I love doing it, right? So I had to have my own leap of faith when I started this channel, which is not the easiest, because you have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable. That's what the Fool energy is about. You have to be vulnerable. Everyone's gonna be having their eyes on you. Now, what you do with that, maybe you won't pay attention to it, maybe you don't care. Great. But whenever we take big leaps of faith and we surprise people, their ears start to perk up, their eyes start to get wide. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? right? And I think what you're doing now is you're making a judgment call in what you're bringing back from your childhood, how you're taking that great leap of faith. And Spirit is beautifully ending this reading with number 5, the Hierophant card, Taurus energy. And the portal is magic. Pure magic is what you are moving towards, and Spirit has opened that door for you. It's almost like, you see this? You see this light peeking through? It's the same light. It's the same light. Spirit is telling me that you are on the precipice of absolutely creating such beautiful magic. And the Magician card comes right after the Fool. We have to take that great leap of faith in order to move on to the Magician energy, where we've proven to ourselves that we can do it. When we take that leap of faith, we've already done it. We've proven it. And because we've proven it to ourselves and we've convinced ourselves, we know that we have, when we start to manifest, it becomes even more powerful because you've already proven that you can make magic happen. So you're just going to do it again and again and again. It is clarified, however, by the 6 of Wands. There might not be a lot of fanfare at the start. You know, people might not be looking as holding you on high, and there might be some part of that you'll have to contend with. Thank you, Spirit. There might be some part of that you'll have to contend with, like you take your great leap of faith and maybe you expect people in your family, for example, to have a little bit bigger of a reaction than they do. Don't fret. Don't fret. Sometimes they can't understand the magic, but you can. Focus on you. Focus on how you feel in the midst of the Fool energy, how you feel when you take that leap of faith, take that step. Now, for some people, the leap of faith can look like giving that cute waiter your phone number and saying, call me sometime. That's a tremendous leap of faith. That's a really hard thing to do. Some people it's easy. Some people would never dream, would never dare do something like that. But maybe today you will. Right? Or a leap of faith can look like, I'm quitting my job and I'm moving to California. Amazing. Whatever it is for you, and you'll know what it is. You'll understand it through and through and through because your heart's been yearning for it. There's an inner calling, right? Here's the Judgment card again. Spirit is tugging at your heartstrings. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Look out for the next series installment, The Magician.